Hello again, my friends. Welcome in. 5 minutes with Sean, maybe 10 here. Getting July going up and running after the 4th of July holiday. Here we are a week later. So today, interestingly enough, I want to talk to you about the concept of being neutral. And again, not necessarily as it relates to political views, but ultimately we're going to end up in those places as I begin to tell you sort of where I'm coming from this. But again, when I talk about that, I mean just having an opinion in general. So recently was hanging out with my father and mother for Father's Day up at my house. And we got on various different conversations, whatever they were. It didn't matter if it ranged from sports to whatever. And my dad, who has always found a way in my life, for the most part, now this is why I want to get into this discussion, for the most part, to basically sort of be hands up, neutral, this guy. He's Switzerland, always. Unless he thinks he's right. In which case, there is a divisive answer. There is an only answer. And so we sort of, I wouldn't say got into it. That's just my dad and I don't, it's not really how we talk loudly. So I guess maybe it seems like we're always getting into it, but that's not what I mean. So I said to him, look, man, pick a side. Like this had to do with a family dispute. And it was just, my point was pick a side. When you're in the middle of an issue, I shouldn't say I don't care what it is, but ultimately I don't. Because I think that in order to be involved in bitching about something or cheering about something, you have to be on a side of something. Ultimately, that's what I think. So myself, I think it's fair to say that I'm opinionated and that my opinions aren't easily swayed, but that it does happen. I'll give myself credit for that, maybe.
I give credit.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Sorry.
Producer gives credit.
I think maybe you were waiting.
I was actually hoping you wouldn't say anything. That's the truth of that. So when, again, having opinions, being that, people say to me all the time, man, you put yourself out there making that decision or giving your client that guidance to do it. Well, yeah, man. That's what we're here for. That's part of living to me is having an opinion and being on a side. I don't really want to get into right or wrong because I don't know that even exists, frankly. In most matters, I think a lot of things are clouded by other pieces that might not have anything to do with that particular opinion of the matter. Whether that's work related, I think a lot of people, when it comes to work, I think they find it easier to be neutral, maybe to climb some sort of company ladder, right? It may be easier. Who had a corporate job for 18 months got fired. No, I didn't get fired. He quit. He fired himself. I quit. But my point is that I realized that I couldn't be neutral in those situations. For instance, one of the companies that I worked for, they were having a call after an acquisition about raises. And they were just like, yeah, dude, we're getting, it was bonuses. It was bonuses. So you're going to get 2% of your wages, as your bonus opportunity. Now, keeping in mind, I had just spoken days earlier by coincidence, a buddy of mine in Silicon Valley who was getting like a 25% bonus. All right? But that wasn't where my head was. So these guys come out with this 2%, right? And so I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, did my phone break up? Did someone repeat? Yes, repeat it. Do me a favor, save it. Because that's ridiculous. You clearly need it more than me if that's all you offer. And then afterwards I got lectured and told, you shouldn't just kind of deal, smile, deal, be neutral. No. I can't be. And again, whether my opinions are right or wrong is in the eye of the beholder, okay? Truly. For whatever my reasoning is, it's my reasoning. It shouldn't really matter as long as I can be open to the fact that another position exists outside of mine, which I am. Which is all I'm trying to get people to understand is that even if you pick a side, if you could just view it as your opinion, your side, without having to be win-loss, which I get it. We live in a sports culture as Americans for the most part. Most things are about winning and losing, and I get all that. But as it relates to opinions and what people feel on topics, even if they're divisive, you should always remember that someone is on the other side. And as long as you can hold true to yours, and if someone wants to debate my opinions, I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to do it because I try and bring as much fact to any of opinion that I have, maybe than most people. I try to come prepared in that way. Now, if people start talking to me about all kinds of crazy shit that I think is conspiracy driven that I can't deal with, I'll probably just bow out. I won't. Not 5 years ago, I might have been like, what the f-? But no, now I think I just be like, oh, okay, cool. All right, well then agree to disagree, my friend, because there's a certain point where you can't argue with. There's one thing to have an opinion. There's another one to just be off the reservation with it and have it be something of an opinion that is so false and crazy sounding that even what I would consider the most reasonable of humans should agree to. If you don't get there, then yeah, I probably wish you were neutral. I guess if that were the case. So, yeah. So yeah, exactly. So let's think about this, right? As we go on about our week, let's think about being neutral and how it's not benefiting anyone. Have an opinion, but realize others have theirs too. Thank you so much. Next week, sales managers. Has the role changed? I think it has. Have a great week.